What's up, guys? It's Seymour, Rockstar, Harry J, all of the above, man. Coming back to give you another story, drill, Chicago, Chirac, Lil J, everything that I can tell you. Story, you know what I'm saying? Of course, certain things I'm just not going to talk about, certain things I will talk about, but today I have a very interesting story. Somebody actually hit me up and asked me, it was like, yo, why do you have a picture of Lil Durk? Like, where did that came from? Ain't your cousin Lil J? How did that all happen, right? All right, cool. So I'm going to give you the rundown. Now, I never really told nobody this story, how that actually happened. So this is back in like 2012, 2011, I believe. I got to go look at the picture. I'm just hopping on the camera, just telling you what it is, right? So during that time, I'm doing my own thing. I'm rapping. Me and Jay, I know Jay is my cousin, but you can have so many cousins. I got a lot of fucking cousins throughout Chicago. Actually, throughout the United States. We're super deep. We deep. So, and everybody ain't connected with everybody, but that's just how this shit go. So around this time, I knew about Jay, but I'm living my own life. I'm hustling. I got my own studio. I got my own career. I got my own art. And as an artist, a lot of times you just focus on your own shit. Like if you a real artist, you have them times where you're not listening to nobody else's music. You're not paying attention to nobody. You're just literally in the car bumping your music, in the house talking about your music. You would not play nobody but yours. So during this time, I was basically locked in. If you guys don't know, I've been doing this rap stuff for a very long time. I've been in music for a very long time. I've been on CD since I was like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's like 2002. I've been on the CD, trying to rap and do all my other stuff. Now, during this time, I was paying top dollar to go to really nice studios. Why? I'm gonna give you a hint. If you're really talented, you got real good talent, it's best to put yourself around them people. I know some guys might afford it, but I was paying like $130 an hour to go to the studio I'm going to name. It's called FMG Studios, as you see right here. FMG Studios, Fragile Music Group. Fragile Music Group had a studio in Homewood, the suburbs. And they had two studios. They had one there and another one, I think, in Orland or something like that. But during this time, I went from selling albums in the street. I was literally door to door, hand to hand, just like selling my CD in parking lots. I did it for a long time. Sold my CDs for years, right? So now, I got some money and stuff like that because I got me a really nice job. I'm doing construction. So I'm be able to afford like these really nice sessions. So I'm paying to build that relationship up, with these certain people. So it was an engineer named Tim. If you know about Fragile Music Group, you already know about Tim. Tim, that's my boy. And Big Tim, that's Small Tim and Big Tim. Big Tim is the owner. This studio did music for Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, just a lot of different stars, man. It's all on their website. You could just look. Chief Keef, just a lot of tier one singers, celebrities have blessed that microphone, blessed that studio. So I was paying top dollar for my relationship, right? So I've been going there for a while and shit like that. I have a real relationship with Tim, the engineer, and Tim, he knows I'm talented, bro. Like I make music beyond rap. Like I can really rap too. Like I can really do the hip hop. I can really do a little bit of everything. I got a voice. You feel what I'm saying? Like people can hear. I really can rap this trap. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So during this time, a label hit me up. Hit him up. You feel what I'm saying? And he told me, he was like, yo, you need to check this guy out. This guy, Harry J. During this time, I did, shout out to DJ Solo. It's my boy. DJ Solo did my mixtape, my second mixtape. It's on live mixtapes right now. It's called Popularity 2. You know what I'm saying? The first one I put in the streets. The second one, live mixtapes did it. What is it? Stack of Stars. I had the whole Stack of Stars stuff, right? So during this time, he hit me up. He was like, yo, you need to come to this meeting. He was like, bro, I want you to meet you into this label guy. He definitely looking for artists. He definitely a polished guy, you know what I'm saying? And he be rubbing elbows with the right people. He was like, maybe you can sign with them. Smaller group, but it's a lot of smaller groups, which I got stories too, because, one of my homies was signed to a smaller label, but he was still working with some really good people like Seasick and good engineers. I think Paris Bueller, he was working with him too during that time. So, back in 2012, I got the call. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I go to the studio. I go there, meet the guy, meet the whole crew. I forgot the guy's names and the girls' names, the other artists. I wish I really do remember them because that was such a long time ago. But I'm in there, I laid my song down, and the rest I'm just chilling. I'm chilling with everybody else, and you know, me and the owner, the guy that tried to sign people, he was just talking to me like, oh, what you think about this and what you doing with your career? Like we politicking. So I had to go dip. I had to go to get some of my car. So at the time, I didn't know what none of these niggas looked like. I did not know what King Louis looked like. I did not know what Lil Durk. I didn't know who Lil Durk was. I didn't even know who he was in real life. I didn't know who Lil Durk was. I didn't know none of these street niggas. So I'm literally just walking out of there, walk to the car, and I go to the door. The door locked. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, bro, somebody open the door. I'm sitting there with the fucking door, and I see Durk and these other niggas. They just sitting on the couch like they don't fucking see me. But I guess it was smart not to open the door because you know they don't want to seem like they don't want to get back door or something, you know. But during that time, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Pissed. I'm like, nigga, open the fuck. I just love, you know what I'm saying? But the temp came to open the door for me, shit. And I walked in there, I was hot. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm right there, open the door. But during the time, I didn't know who these niggas was. I didn't know them at all. So I went back to the studio, I'm chilling and shit. So one of the artists that was with me, he came out, he was like, oh man, it's Lil Durk. He was like, man, I like your music. So I'm sitting back, I still don't know who he is. I do not know who he is. This is when Lil Durk first cut his hair. When he first cut his hair, I think it was 52 bars or something like that. This is when he just started growing his hair all over again. So the dude that was the label mate or whatever, he was like, oh man, bro. He was like, he was talking to us like that. He was like, bro, can I take a picture? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I got you. So I remember that shit. It was right in the living room. Like if you know about that studio, you know what I'm talking about. You see it right there. So they went and took a picture. And then we took a picture. I was like, man, let me get a picture to say you look dirty. He was like, yeah. I said, man, let me get a picture with you. I didn't know who he is, but I'm like, man, this nigga must be somebody. He must be somebody for Buddy to just be all happy, cheerful and shit. So he's like, all right, cool, yeah. So I took a picture. I'm like, flipped it up with him. I said, oh, what's up, man? I said, and then I just took a picture. I was like, man, so how you like studio here? He was like, man, I don't even like it recording. He was telling me, he was like, I don't even like recording there. And another guy too, like Chief Keef. When Chief Keef recorded, they hated recording at their studio. But I guess it's the label where they send people. I really don't know. Like, where they want to spend the money. I really don't know. Or the relationships. What's his face? I think, what's his face? Chase Davis is there? I think Chase Davis is there. I'm almost positive he was there too. But anyway, so I'm talking to Durk. I'm just like, because he walking in the studio now. After we flick it up, he listened to the music. You know, he hearing shit, you know? And I was playing my shit too. I had my shit on the iPad. And he was just looking at that shit. He's like, oh, did you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Woo, woo. So he just cool. He just acted like a cool dude, whatever. So after that, you know what I'm saying? We got up out of there. I think I seen King Louis, like, it was 3 studios, two up top, one at the bottom. So after that shit, it was a regular day for me. But when I post that picture on Facebook, that shit had like over 100. I don't even get likes. I don't even get that much attention on my Facebook or whatever. But when I post that shit, and that shit had like 70, 100, whatever people on that shit, I was like, what the fuck? People was like, oh, you seen Lil Durk, wow. I was sitting back, I was like, I don't know who the fuck he is. And then it's crazy, 2 days after that, 2 or 3 days after that, Lil J's daddy called me. He was like, yo, because I'm telling you, I was on some Drake shit. I was on all type of shit. I was just art. He hit me up. He was like, yo, I see your music, man. He was like, man, you got to slide down to my loft. He had this raw-ass loft. I'm like, all right, cuz, my big cuz. Uncle, big cuz, same shit. So I go downtown, go to the loft and shit. He let me hit the beats and shit like that because he used to produce. He used to, I think, work with, not Crucial Conflict, but whatever. But he did some stuff, some beats, some production. He was out there hustling because my dad was a rapper. My dad used to have guns on the VHS. He used to have guns on the VHS rapping on some drill shit. I swear to God, I put that on everything I love. I was a shorty watching VHSs of him on the porch, woo woo, doing all of this, rapping. And Lil J Daddy was doing the beats. This is a real story. You feel what I'm saying? So, after that, I'm gonna tell y'all the later. I'm gonna tell y'all the part 2. This one, so I'm gonna end on that note. I'm gonna give you guys, not part 2. I'm gonna give you guys on the next one. I'm gonna tell you how I met Lil J. You know what I'm saying? How we met as adults, because we met as kids, but you know what I'm saying? But how we really linked as adults. So I'm gonna say that for the next one. All right, you guys have a great day.
I know he's not your ordinary. He's a black guy with crypto. He's a black guy with crypto. He's a black